Happy Easter, sisters and brothers in Christ. The Lord is risen. Hallelujah. We are Easter people. What does it mean? It means that we belong to a chosen race, redeemed by the Lord through His death, through His suffering. When He is risen from the dead, it is the moment of grace, a moment of new beginning for humanity, for the human race. And we are happy because today we belong to that chosen race. But the first Easter Sunday, brothers and sisters, was full of tears. It was the beginning of all the joyful Easter Sundays that we have been experiencing. Back then, the disciples' hearts were still uncovered with the agony of the crucifixion and death of our Lord. Someone they loved is gone. The absence of Jesus left a vacuum in their hearts. They could not remember the promise of resurrection at that point in time. Lost was their current reality, in addition to being persecuted. If they knew that Jesus was alive, they would not have felt the same. However, when Mary of Magdala came to Peter to tell him the news about the empty tomb, she was alarmed that their master's body was stolen and hidden away. Now, imagine the faith amidst the uncertainties. The faith amidst the darkness. The disciples were able to go beyond what they saw, and they believed. All they saw was an empty tomb, yet they came to believe. This is important, brothers and sisters, because this is how God reveals. It is not an extravagance of human miracles that defy our human understanding, but in the quiet, even despairing moments of our lives that leads our human understanding to rely our faith, the faith that comes in a deeper knowledge of faithfulness of God to His promises. This year, 2021, we celebrate the 500 years of Christianity in our beloved country, in the Philippines. If we compare this to the first Easter Sunday, we would need time to reflect on what our history told us about the invasion of the Spaniards. It was not at all beautiful. History recounts the difficulties, sacrifices, and abuses of the invaders to our forefathers. Allow me to recall, not to ruin the mood of our celebration, but to pause for this important question. If we were there back then, will we be able to predict that 500 years later, we will be celebrating the faith that sprouted from times of uncertainties? We would have predicted, but we are here. It is because what we recall the birth of Christianity in the Philippines is not at all about the entrance of Christian faith to our country. It is not Christianity, but Christ came that day on March 1521. So that the commemoration of Easter today is the commemoration of coming of Christ in our land, in our life, in our hearts. God indeed has a special way of turning difficult moments into opportunities to sow and cultivate faith into our lives. Last year, COVID-19 came and changed the things we were used to. It had surprised us in many ways that are devastating and heartbreaking. It was also surprising to the Filipino Catholics who anticipated and prepared for the celebration of 500 years of Christianity in our country for 9 years. We didn't have any idea that just before the year of celebration, our faith will be challenged. Let's compare this event to the empty tomb on the first Easter Sunday. And with that first Easter, we celebrated during the invasion of the Spanish colonizers. Those times were the beginning of times of persecution, of ambiguity, and yet those times did not stop faith from blazing and reaching us here at the present moment. Like the disciples of Jesus, we are currently facing uncertainties, but God invites us to move from our outward celebration, declaration of faith, to an inward journey of experiencing His resurrection. Because this celebration is the celebration of faith. This is a celebration of peace and harmony. This is a celebration of our hearts, of our innermost being, because Jesus entered into our lives and made us new. He reused us. Brothers and sisters, I encourage you to visit pilgrim churches, to enter the Jubilee door in our country. Yes, observing protocols against the COVID-19. Pilgrimage is a journey towards a holy place. It is also a journey towards our own selves, reflecting the faithfulness of God to us, especially during this worst time of our lives. During this pilgrimage to receive plenary indulgence, may I remind you to make a sacramental confession, to receive Jesus in communion, and pray for the intention of the Holy Fathers. Happy Easter, brothers and sisters.